And when we look at teams, of course, Gibus and Awestin, this might be their first time teaming together, but when we talk about Houston, what they're so good at doing as a city overall is just showing up to tournament being like, I don't really have a partner, and doing insanely well with whoever they partner with, and players who I think are such staples of this are within that To the North organization, right? Like, overall, I think that when we talk about team synergy and how good the team's meta is, I always look to Houston. I love Dallas so much, but there's just something about how ready to go Houston is when it comes to the doubles format that makes me always in such wonder of their play.
I never, ever hear about this in DFW, but in Houston, I know that there are players that will go to tournaments and specifically say, I'm only playing doubles. I only want to be here for the doubles. I don't care about the singles. So they just love this format.
It's a beautiful format. And maybe right now we're going to be seeing just what you can expect with the format. No Lucas, but of course the absorption strategy might be something that that we're going to be seeing Gibus and Awestin try to practice here. I mean, after seeing just how well the strategy worked out at Super Smash Con, even though there's a different Psykid on screen, maybe they can find the same level of success.
Yeah, I think that there's a bit of a pro and con thing to weigh when you're looking at Gnes versus Lucas teamed up with Lucario, because you still have that healing aspect, so that's awesome. But you can't apply as much offensive pressure with it because Awestin no longer has a hitbox throwing out like Lucas might the second that he releases. On the other hand, though, if Awestin is supposed to be the stock tank character, he might have more characteristics that lend to his defensive play. He has long-lasting hitboxes like his Fair that work a little bit better as get off of me options. He has that quick neutral air. He has just, I guess, more access to immediate tools to keep opponents away from him. A more immediately defensive kit that is more flexible, I think, for a 2v2 environment. You can get two players away from you a lot better than you can as Lucas. But Lucas, though, does have a pretty strong defensive kit. It really just... there's give and take.
So when you look for a minute, talking about this Houston squadron, right? Lucy, of course, going with the tried and true Toon Link traditionally. And Gnes now switching over. I remember back in the day when he used to play Shulk, switching the sword characters up a bit and going to Cloud. Who do you think is going to be the main offensive player or the entry fragger for this team in contrast to the other team?
I feel like really either character can make it. Oh my god! That was such a smart just ability of Awestin to select that.
Yeah, the down smash, just an option you don't see often at all. But again, Awestin just being the character master, knowing just which tool to use in a particular situation. But even more remarkable, and a taste of what's to come, you notice Lucy with the immediate bomb throw down trying to save his teammate. That's the kind of team's awareness that Houston consistently brings to the table. But Awestin, oh man,
this is two quick ones. Oh my god, but he made it back.
Shout outs to that moving platform. Makes it back for a moment, but there's Gibus on stage with the quick stock take.
Yeah, I mean, really, when you look at character archetypes, you would imagine that both of the characters on Red Team are a bit more defensive. They like to have the opponents come to them. But that really isn't a style that you can have in doubles where you have, hey, everybody come to me. You're going to get steamrolled. You have to have somebody being on the offense and somebody being on defense. And Cloud can play both roles really well. But I think in a format like doubles where Toon Link doesn't necessarily have to pull out the bomb as much, he can certainly get stuff done.
Yeah, it's almost like both of these characters are so reliant on building resources, and that's preventing them from making plays necessarily. Meanwhile, Awestin doesn't have to do much to dismantle Cloud here. We're just seeing him put out the aerials, consistently put the pressure on off stage, and it feels like Gnes just can't really do anything about it.
Right. The way I feel about Toon Link and doubles is sometimes you'll have the opportunity to pull the bomb, and that's cool. But at other times, you just have to act as though your teammate is a bomb. Your teammate is the bomb that you're going to convert off of, okay? And it works. But when you just have to make it work.
Oh my god!
And he almost got the conversion too. That wasn't just a simple lock into the forward smash. They wanted more, but Gibus just wasn't able to connect that.
Oh, I feel like they're cheating. This can't be their first time teaming together at a Shockwave.
No, that's just the kooky stuff that they would do. It doesn't even matter if Gibus plays teams, okay? What matters is that Gibus is the kind of person that says every week he comes to Shockwave and says, hey, I want to test something out. Help me out. Like, he's always got something new to lab.
He's the technician. He's definitely that technician. So he's a technical player overall. And it's no surprise, even with this first time teaming with Awestin, that they're trying to pull off such technically complex aspects. Like, we've been seeing this team just evolve. It started off as a single-celled organism, and now to blossom into such a devastating creature.
It's beautiful.
Well, it depends what city you're from.
I suppose that's also a factor, but I think even if you're from Houston, you can appreciate the good teams playing.
Well played. Well played. And honestly, I expected so much more from Lucy and Gnes, but a big part of that was how good Awestin was at shutting out Gnes entirely. I mean, he wasn't even a factor in that game. He had to use the share stock before we could even blink.
Yeah, I mean, the thing is, when you have a character that is so comfortable with dismantling the recovery of Cloud, ToonLink is no longer playing doubles. ToonLink is now playing I need to save Cloud, and that's a different game entirely. That makes both Cloud and ToonLink extremely vulnerable.
You know, I think that Cloud is the kind of character who might be good enough to be able to carry a team all on its own, but you don't want that in a 2v2 at all, right? You want to be able to each play out your game plans, and that's, again, what we just didn't see from Gnes because of how good Awestin was at shutting him down. Game 2, going over to guard planes, maybe a shout-out to Gnes' old main.
I mean, the thing about Cloud in doubles, he is super, super good at catching passes, but I'm not too sure how reliably ToonLink is able to get setups to pass into Cloud. Now, Cloud is also pretty good at passing himself, and I think that's where ToonLink is going to shine. He can catch the passes pretty well. But if Cloud's on the offensive trying to make these passes happen the whole time, it's a lot more dangerous, and he runs into these situations where he went to save him, but the neutraler didn't even give him the opportunity.
Maybe hoping for a reverse hitbox. Unfortunately, Lucy unable to find such an answer when he desperately needed it. Again, Gnes just off of a stock so quickly, but there's Lucy. He's finding the offensive moments in order to make the stock count even.
That's the thing, though. If ToonLink has to be the main aggressor, you don't get the sick passes that Cloud benefits from. And if Cloud has to be the aggressor, then he's putting himself at major risk for just losing big stocks real early for the team.
It's tough, you know. Again, with ToonLink, I see him. Oh,
that was just insane.
That's such an unfortunate error, seeing from a player of the caliber of Gnes. And now down to his final stock. He has to figure out ways that he can just flip the script entirely, because right now it feels like he's not even allowed to play the game.
I mean, both of these characters, actually, we've seen Awestin taking charge and getting rid and just completely erasing Gnes' stocks, but Lucario also more than capable of just removing his stocks completely. That down air is probably one of the most amazing Cloud Gib tools I've seen.
Here's the shotgun on the table. Oh, a bit short of getting any of the ducks in the row there. Again, Gnes having to build up limit, such a precious resource, especially when staring down the barrel of a deficit.
Ooh. Even when Austin's off stage, he's ready for a pass. So this is just another opportunity for me to get an early stock.
God, speaking of quick stocks there.
Oh my.
Back and forth we go. Final stocks for Team to the North. Can they make the comeback a reality despite such a shaky start?
They're all playing really tightly in this corner. Gibus couldn't take it, had to roll out.
Lucy right now is just on fire. It feels almost like he's had every kill. And not only that, these defensive options that he's choosing are actually working out now in the late game, bailing Gnes out of trouble, allowing him to start to build some of that limit.
Man, that down air is a lot of pressure from Lucario. Against a character like ToonLink who doesn't have a regular grab just to tether, he can act fast enough out of the short hop down air just to catch ToonLink out of any shield option he wanted to pick.
Right now, Gnes, he doesn't have Lucy here to find any opportunities to save him. It's going to be even more threatening if he finds himself off stage. Maybe a bit too aggressive as well with the aerial, but with Cloud, you're not expecting a very remarkable grab game at all. What can you do but go for the big moments? Go for the big hits.
Honestly, if Gnes is able to take this stock away from Awestin relatively quickly, he might actually be able to do it against Gibus. This is a situation where Cloud is really, really good at juggling Lucario. He has an opportunity. He just has to take out Gnes, and that's going to be real rough.
And it's not going to happen. 2-0 in favor of Awestin and Gibus. And maybe for the second month in a row, this could be us seeing Awestin in Grand Finals.
Potentially. I believe that we got one more match to go. This is winners finals, Awestin and Gibus versus Trella and Cosmos.
That's going to be such a crazy match to watch.
It's insane because they